Hello guys, welcome back to the Crew calling all units. Had a bit of spare time, so I thought let's have a look in the game that I covered for almost 2 years. 450 players ranked in this new qualifier, which apparently it's called On The Run. But yeah, as you can see in the schedule for January here, I didn't bother to play a match this month. 77th in the first qualifier, unranked last week, and now there's a new qualifier, so I thought I'll have a look and see what it's all about. 3 skill tests, yeah, free drive challenge, free drive stunts, PvP does not count for the overall, so not even gonna bother about that. Don't have a crew around, so the crew speed trap. Let's have a look. 350, 360, 370 kilometers an hour, something like that. The team is sports cars apparently, which gives you a few limitations. It is performance. Yeah, not even sure what to use there at this moment. Seeing we can only use sports cars. Might have to look into that. A raceline, a speed and a jump. A monster arena, drift and drag like always. The brand time attack is a Lotus Exige. Okay. And we have a stunt race in raid spec. That means KTM, BMW or Kawasaki. Let's have a look on the race line. First place 5,200 points. Let's have a look where it is. It's raining. Probably have to start on the lake, I would assume. Okay. Let's have a look. Gonna go with a dirt spec to begin with. Monster, Ducati Monster, that is. The bike. And let's go for that one. See what we can get and see if we need a monster spec here or not. Probably not. KTM bike might be an option as well. It is raining. Oh yeah, here you also have a problem if you don't pay attention on that railroad. I remember that. I think it is this way though. If you go the other way you have to brake really hard for that lake thing there. And then finish on the bridge here somewhere. That is the ultimate goal, I guess. 2,900, not gonna bother about that, I mean, this was just a test run. The fact that it's raining here is not gonna help us, obviously. So, let's have a look. Settings. Probably gonna go for full assist. Might help us a little bit on the rain, but have to do a dry run here probably. Okay, hello. Oh my god. I see it's still the same in this game. The nopes are still around, driving Chiracles and such in the wrong direction. sliding all over the place. There might be a possibility that the KTM with the better acceleration could be a possibility here as well. Or you can use monster truck and push each other and stuff like that. That's what people are doing lately. Slipstreaming or pushing each other towards a decent score. 3,611. Lousy run, 85 places up. That's how you do it. You do it again and again and again. Till you finally get there. I'll put the camera on the second one from behind to figure out the exact line that I want, especially on the jumps. Railroad makes you jump. Sliding through the rain. Far from where we normally finish. Normally we finish here somewhere, but yeah, probably not the dry run. 4,312, 75 places up again. What do we actually need? 5-2. Oh, where is the overall? Yeah, somewhere around 5-2. 6 people have played on the French list. Yep, I think that already tells it all. Normally that list is like full with people. Gonna do one more run and then move to the next thing. Sort of the idea is to have a look on all the events and then you can go from there. That's sort of what we always did. Set some scores first and then the rest of the week you try to improve them, which is not something that I will be doing because played enough repetitive qualifiers in 2017 that I'm not going to do that again in 2018. You have to wait on the Crew 2 and see what happens. Also there, it is what it is. It's the same map, graphical overhaul, whatever you want to do, call it. Oh my! It shows that I haven't played this game for a couple of weeks. 4,400, top 25. Okay, that's good to know. Of course, it's not good. I know that, but normally I play for the top 5, not the top 25. But what else do we have here? We have a speed skill, and again, seriously, again the water jump. Unbelievable. How many skill tests are on there in the map? 500 or something, and they always come up with the same crappy. Always the same crappy jumps. Yeah, it's pretty simple. Huh? You start in the woods, you fly all the way to the ocean here, and there is somebody somewhere out there. There's a gap in the ocean. If you land in the ocean, the jump does not count. But somewhere is a gap where you can actually land under the water. And the result of that is that you get 43,000 points, whatever it is. I mean, seriously. 500 skill tests and they always come up with the same buggy crap ones. But yeah, it is what it is. Obviously we're not going to use a bike. We're going to use something else. Track car, because that's all these skill tests, that's another thing, all these skill tests were not developed for drag cars and monster specs and all that, except for a few, which were like the long jump and the scramble test with the rocks, which were specifically for monster specs, and the long jump for the drag cars. But the rest was not developed for it. They just added drag cars into the game and suddenly people were all using that. Instead of limiting it to a certain spec, nope. They don't bother. Well, and they won't not bother anymore either, because it's game over. We remove the vents here. Obviously you need to do this with slipstream and all that, and with teams around, and probably with a push, but eventually it comes down to the same point. You need to get that thing okay, of course, sport, manual. And we fly. $33,500. Okay. And again, have to remove the fences because they always reload. A bit of a gamble. Where is it again? Here somewhere. There you see them fly. Ghost fly straight into the ocean. And they land on the boat or on that cap that is there somewhere. It's like a bug thing. If you land on the ocean, very often it will count towards the ranking here, which is like the ranking for the skill test itself, but that does not count for the summit stuff. So as you can see here, Choco Hex here for instance has 40,294 in the ranking, but on the leaderboard from the friends for this summit he only has 39,600. So yeah, it is what it is. 41.7, yeah, of course. Yeah, not gonna bother much more about this jump. You need to land on the ocean and you need to jump that many times till you finally get that landing in the ocean that counts. If you land just before the ocean on the beach, you get around 39,500, something like that. You do this with slipstream with friends. So don't even have to bother about that. What is this? A speed skill? Where are we going? That way, that way, probably that way. Try to get here on the highway or so. I don't know. Okie doke. Drag car I am in here. Yeah, I will probably need. Seriously. 2-3 weeks I haven't been in this game. I come into the game and it's raining again. I think it's their way to like get us fed up with this game so that we move to the Crew 2 and buy their new game, something like that. More raining than something else. Settings, sport, manual, sensitivity in the middle, whatever, linearity in the middle, speed factor to 0, throttle linearity in the middle, brake linearity will work fine, and we're gonna go on wheel settings, although I play with a keyboard. Let's first try to figure out the route. What is this thing? Speed skill. That means you have to stay within the white lines of the track. And we're dealing with traffic, and then you have heated tires. As soon as you hit one of those traffic cars, your tires heat up and you get around. And the more people are around, the more traffic you will have. Guy showing up in a dirt spec. Bike, yeah. All possible in this game. We don't even make it to the highway. So there's also no... The idea is to sort of make it to here, that was my idea, and then here hit the nitro or something. 9,800. What are we looking for here? 11, 12, 9, 13,000, something like that. Okay. And they're even going the other way apparently. Let's try that then. Quickly loaded a ghost to have a look what's going on. Let's see what the other way is about. Lots of traffic, that's what it's all about. Also here sharp corners, so towards Chattanooga. 11,300. 10th. Was not even a good run. Seriously. Need the tires, multiplier gone. Retry. Don't bother driving on because you'll not come even close to your best score. You lose the multiplier. Yep. And now I was crossing the white line, which is also not a good idea on the speed track. Bloody pointless. Way too much traffic. So I'm assuming the best way to do this is nighttime. Nighttime in game gives less traffic in general, but yeah, if there are more players around, you're still gonna get lots of traffic. Bye tires. Unbelievable. Just gonna keep it in third gear and go full throttle and hope for the best. Instead of playing around with fourth because kind of pointless. Guess you can finish here somewhere and you have a completely clean run. 11,300 something. 10th place. That's good enough for now. Now let's have a look in the summit itself. Setting a score. Not really a good one, but setting a score in the 3 skill tests. And let's see where we ended up so far. 25th in the Raceline, that's definitely a platinum. 10th in speed, jump 30 gold. Yeah, that's kind of normal because you have to do it with slipstream. You have to jump at least close to the ocean, preferably in the ocean, but which brings us in 159 silver. Okay. Scene we are on wheel settings. Gonna make a few adjustments. Sport manual sensitivity at 100, linearity about 10, 20, speed factor 40, something like that. Throttle 70, brake linearity about 30. Wheel. And we're gonna do a drift. Sports cars, so I'm assuming we can use the RX-7. Yep. Best drift car in the game. No need to look for anything other if you can use it. This track. Normally people turn around here and then they go back up. I don't even bother. Why don't I bother? Because the drag car doesn't count for anything in this game. The drift, I mean. At one point you're even gonna get like wrong way here at some point here. Here we go. Wrong way, can't score points anymore. Bloody bug tracks, unbelievable. People are turning around, they drive back up, or they're doing circles, stuff like that. That's what's happening here in the drift. And at the end, don't forget to press Alt Enter. You get you 20,000-30,000 points more. I don't even bother with that, but that's what people are doing. Let's have a look. 746,000. Nice circle jerking. Unbelievable. Whatever it takes to be number one, hey? That's what he does. What do we have left? A brand time attack, a stunt race, drag, yeah, also here. Drag. Don't bother about it. Seriously. Sport, no. All driving help. Manual. The rest doesn't matter that much. But back on our keyboard. That means dead zone at 0, vibration at 0, all the rest at maximum. We change into wheel for a second, so that we can change the clutch to manual, and then go back to auto detect. So I like that. Now I'm playing at 60 FPS. I didn't even bother to change that. It's pretty simple. You put this thing on 27 FPS and you get super fast times. How do you put 27 on? You lock your video card on 27. Pretty simple. All the rest that people try to mess about with 8 times MSA and lower their settings and all that, don't bother with it. You're not gonna be faster. The only thing you need is a team. 3 people or 2 people on 30 FPS. 1 on 27 gets a bit of delay time, but seeing you have the team in front of him, you will be able to catch up. You all finish at the same time, but the one with the delayed time on the start will also have a delayed time on the finish. So the result of that is half a second faster. And then you switch it up. Somebody else from the team goes to 27, and that's how you get like the super fast times, like 10.8, 10.9, whatever it is they're doing on this track. I'm just gonna do a run on 60 FPS. Don't even bother with that. Seeing it's sports cars, we are limited to the 350 or the Skyline. Yeah, that's a bit of a gamble. Let's go for the Skyline and see what track it is. It might be the 370Z. It depends if you can keep the 370, but seeing it's raining, it's probably gonna be the Skyline. Seeing that thing has 4-wheel drive. Oh boy. I put manual clutch on, but I don't know if I have the clutch mapped actually. Apparently I do. Here is the limitation, of course, 540 kilometers an hour. If you do this solo, let's see what time exactly. Actually, that would be fun to watch. 60 FPS. I am using manual clutch, so that's a bit faster than the automatic. 11.4. It's not even that bad. Seen the guys in first place. Yeah, it's a short track. I don't know if you're gonna benefit for half a second, like with the 27 FPS. Why is my car driving backwards? No idea, but that was something. Not the first time I noticed that with the Nissans. You're just burning the tires and those things start driving backwards. Clutch does not work at this moment for some reason. Oh, let me check. Be sure that I have it mapped because. Okey-doo. Game settings, key mapping, clutch. What is it? It is mapped. Just doesn't want to do it then, apparently. Seeing it is a short track, there's no jump or anything like that. It might be possible that the 370Z, which has better acceleration, normally the better drag car, might be the better option here as well. But when it's raining, this thing has 4-wheel drive to get better starts, but might be close. Clutch does not want to work. I have to press it twice before it actually works, so I'm losing time here. But all doesn't matter. If you want to play for a high ranking in the overall, you need a team here, because the drag is a pretty important event in the overall ranking. It counts for a lot. Yeah, but by the time there, you're gonna have a problem making top 5. 60th. 11.4 and the 10.8 is the first time. So yeah, it's about 600. 27, 60 FPS. And then also solo or with a team. That's where the difference is. Probably win 200-300 with the team, and then another 200-300 thousandths of a second with the 27. So 75th meanwhile. Okay. Which leaves us with the speed trap. I'm not gonna bother about that crew event. Sports cars. Yeah, probably the Exige, which we also use in the brand time attack. So we're gonna do the brand time attack, and we're gonna do the stunt race. Sports. Automatic. Automatic clutch as well. Let's start with brand time attack, see what that is all about. If they would surprise us here with a new track, or not. That would be a first. Yeah. Well, at least it's been a while, but can't say we don't know this track. Dallas, I think it is. Yeah, we have to bounce up here somewhere, get the jump. Also manual gears here probably. Go behind the trees, behind, not in front of them. I don't mind repetitive qualifiers if they would like at least put some variety in the tracks and in the skill tests and stuff like that, but not always the same 20-30 skill tests and always the same 5 to 10 tracks that they always choose. They have the whole of USA map. Seriously, also here traffic is a problem. Always has been on this track. You see why? That's why. And that's why people get frustrated with these bloody repetitive tracks all the time. For a while they have made some adaptations, meaning that there was no traffic also on the tracks, but yeah, then people start complaining about that. Because this is like, yeah, it's random, completely random. Some people will have no problem at all with the traffic on certain corner, like here, coming from the side street. And while other people will have it like every time. So that makes it different circumstances for each player. Which already makes it unfair to begin with. Get the bounce somewhere on that checkpoint there. Like here, you will have people like myself now, traffic in front of the red light, and you will have other people who don't have a car there, which already makes it randomness. Okay. Also here, that's what I was trying to point out. Behind that corner, if you're lucky, there are no cars. The option, of course, is if you do this in a team, and some people you can shortcut here in this, on this track. That means that if somebody has a good run and somebody else of the team has a bad run, you can actually shortcut and remove those cars at the end from the traffic lights, so that they would not be there for your teammate who is doing a good run at that moment. All possibilities. 151.7, yeah. That can definitely be shorter. 139 for probably Heckle and Jekyll together again. Somewhere around 145, 144 something I think you can do for sure solo, and then anything underneath that with a team, more or less. Let's see, is that good enough for 35th? 35th position, and it's only gold. That already tells you that not many people are playing here at the moment. But yeah, it was not a good run either. But let's have a look on the stunt race first, and then see where we can improve. KTM, BMW, Kawasaki, yeah, whatever it is you prefer, I guess. Although on some tracks it varies a bit. But this is a rainy summit. My God. There are a few things that need to be changed here, for sure. One is probably all driving help, manual for sure. And change the view. Okay, now what's the situation here? Yeah, the trick for the extra flip. If you just steer first and then do a backflip, you're gonna get like misty and double misty and all that. If you first backflip and steer, if you first steer and then backflip, you're gonna get an extra flip on land. So you steer, and then you land. And although I only did 2 flips, oh my God. I'm getting 3, that's the idea. So I showed it then, just to backflip here. Here if you go right, you can go do a backflip here as well. Do a flip, and on the landing I get a triple one, as you can see. Now let's try to get a decent run going. Seeing it is raining, it might be possible that you need to take for a bit more stability, although the bike is slower, but BMW might be an option. Also, you have to drive next to a checkpoint somewhere here on this thing, and also skip a few ramps here and there. Will actually give you a better score at the end. The rain is not helping us here. normally have around 70,000 here, but that should have been an awesome run like last. 96, you can definitely score way over the 100 here if you get a bit of a smoother run. Got a few good landings instead of perfect, and I also had a few where I had to put the thing down. Okay, definitely not a lot of people playing. Second place, it was not even a good run. Can score way over 100,000 here. 110, 115, maybe even 120. Let's have a look. What sort of brought us all this? 21st. 21st, and that is with like lousy scores and an event missing, namely the speed trap. PvP, free drive stunt, free drive challenge does not count for the overall, so don't even bother ranking there unless you just want to do that or whatever. But if you're playing for the overall, do not bother about those three events. They don't count. Oh, I even have 2 events to do because I still have a Monster Arena. That means another change. Back to automatic sport for sure in a Monster Arena. Because if you put it on full assist, you're gonna get very often good landing instead of perfect one. Okay, let's have a look. 370 or Skyline, more than likely Skyline. Also 370 works as well. But I have the Skyline on 1299, level 50 with full acceleration. 11 acceleration bonus parts on it. But also here, people are messing about with FPS to get better things. It does not matter that much. Oh, just had a shot. Totally wrong angle to do a backflip there. yeah, here we go. This was not the idea, this is the alternative route. The idea was obviously to jump through the 4-500ers, come back up here, but always have to have an alternative route in case something goes wrong. Oh. Definitely missed the 4x500, so yeah, somewhere around 80 something you can score here, I think. Or 95,000, whatever. 84, 80,000, 74, those are scores. 95, yeah, right. Tricks and bits. Which brings us in 11th instead of in 21st. With 500 players ranked. And then obviously you need to work on, yeah, first of all doing the last event. If I do the speed trap, I probably will be somewhere around the top 5. And then you can go from there. Definitely needs improvements all over the place. The speeds can go faster, the Raceline for sure. I have 27 time there, but that was like with leaving the line once or twice. And not even enough speed to get to the bridge at the end, so that was definitely not it. The jump, yeah, for sure you need to go for the ocean. Prime time attack can go around 45 or lower for sure. And the stunt race can go way over 100,000 points as well. And then also the drag in a team, so yeah. It's not that hard to reach the top 5 in this game if you know all the tricks and bits, and pretty simple. 11th it will be. A sort of a look around scene, and that is with one event missing. The Crew speed trap. Doesn't count for that much probably, but still will move you up some places. I don't know, probably 4th or so, I'm guessing. Going by the fact that I haven't checked, but it's possible that the guys in 1st and 2nd and 3rd still have an event to do as well. All possible. But it still is what it is. Even after 3 weeks barely playing, well, 77 in the 1st of January qualifier, didn't bother to play last week. And also this week it's all kind of chitty crap things again. Jumping in the ocean, the drift is a circle, you always have the things with the drag and so on. So it's still the same. It's still time for the Crew 2. Although they have postponed it, but that will give us something to do, something to play through again, because this game is completely at end. The only thing left to do is cruise around with friends if you prefer that. That's all possible, of course. You still have the big USA map, but as a competitive player, this game is as good as that for me. We still have the Summit, it's repetitive qualifier, but it's so many tricks and bugs and glitches that you have to use in all of these events that is not even fun anymore. So that will be it for this week's qualifier for me. I'm moving on to other games, play there a bit, and then have a look again next week here what crap they're gonna come up with for us. We'll see you guys in the next one, and bye for now.